Yeah, hello. Hey everyone, welcome back. So I was just as we were discussing about I mentioned that we'll use the Avro schema. Basically, what happens like whenever we want to send something over a network, like we have our classes, objects. So whatever we do, we just serialize that into our like the JSON schema and send over the network. And same whenever we get from some source, so we just do the deserialization and get back the original content. Okay, so what like JSON is a human readable and this is text based format, so that is a bit slow. And Avro is basically your binary. This is basically just a serializer. Let me show you. I wrote something for the Avro as well. So these were some couple of your advantages and disadvantages of JSON, like shared across network, widely accepted. Yeah, most of the like everywhere JSON is accepted. And so next, this is nested as well. Yeah, it could be nested and can be read by any language. There is no such challenge. But if we talk about the disadvantages, and so the very first is no schema enforcement, like we are not defining particular schema. So if we're changing anything on there, and then that might be a compatibility issues on your producer or consumer end, might be. And then repeated keys, there could be repeated keys. Okay, so same if we go to the Avro, this is your just a data serialization system. And here we have the schema evolution. Schema evolution means we define the particular schema for our data, and that is compatible from your producer end and the consumer end. If we change anything, like our schema evolved, so there will be no such challenge any of the side. We can easily do that. Okay, so this basically converts or serialize your data into the binary format. It also supports JSON, but most of the time we do with the binary format, as we are just working on big data like Hadoop, Spark, PySpark. So there we use the Avro schema. Okay, so okay, one more thing, Azure Event Hub supports like there is a schema registry on the Azure Event Hubs. Schema registry is basically your data structures for your producer and consumers, where you define your data, like we can say the management library which stores your data structures. Like the data will be parsed, or I can say will flow over the network from your producer to consumer. So all those we can keep in our schema registry. And as of now it supports two type of schemas, as I have discovered. The one is Avro and another one is JSON. Okay, so for Avro, what I have done, I have just done a couple of things here. Let me show you. So the very first thing you have, this is my schema file. Let me zoom a little bit. So yeah, I believe now this is more readable. So we have namespace, we have name of our like the object or model, type, and it supports basically a rich text like your integer, string, and begin, and all those. So like here we have multiple fields, so we are just defining the schema here. You know the power of schema, like we define in our databases, not row. JSON is a row, this is not row. We have schema here, and this schema can be evolved as per the time, and we can use the versions of that. Okay, so our product ID, our product name, and product quantity, and the extension of this file will be your AVSC Avro schema. All right, now after this, what you have to do, you have to install one tool, I would say from the .NET, or you can download that tool. It's not here, I just downloaded. Let me show you the link from where I downloaded. Yeah, Apache Avro tools. This tool will help you. Okay, install package Apache Avro, you can install the particular version of Apache Avro, and it will help you to like generate your corresponding schema in the CS. So for that you have to use one command. Let me show you. I just ran a couple of minutes back. Yeah, this one, Avro Gen tool. Source is my product.avsc Avro schema. Then I want in the current directory my corresponding CS file, and skip the directories. I don't want to create any inherit directory over there. Okay, so when I run this command, so I got this corresponding file, CS file. Okay, you can use like the schema registry of Azure is not mandatory, like you can use your local as well for the same, but I'm just using the Azure one. So for accessing the Azure one, first you have to create one over there, one schema registry, and again you have to validate that with proper credentials. I'll show you here. So this is the file which was auto-generated. So as you can read here, auto-generated, generated by Avro Gen version. This changes to this file may cause incorrect behavior and will lost if code is regenerated. Okay, so as we like change all the schema, we can regenerate, and we can once we push this into our event hub, the corresponding our schema file, or we can say the corresponding file, would also be pushed to your schema registry. Okay, so this was the first step. You have to create one schema, and next you have to generate their corresponding file, okay, with the help of Avro Gen tool. Next, basically your Microsoft supports one .NET package for that. Microsoft Azure Data Schema Registry Apache Avro for the same. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to take this, install in your system, and after that I'm not doing here any code optimization, just to let you know. I'm just using same code here and there, so just be ignore as of now. So first we have to validate the client secret credentials. For that I have installed Azure Identity. Okay, and after that I'm just passing, it takes your tenant ID, client secret, as you can see on the screen, and I have passed all the things. But when you will be watching this video, these all credentials would be expired, so don't try to use this. Okay, so I'm just passing all the credentials, then my schema registry client. So this is the namespace. Okay, and I just passed the credentials, and this is my schema registry client, and this is the default. It basically takes your client and group name. I'm just keeping as of now as a default. Then you have to pass the options, or inside options I'm allowing auto register schema. Okay, which means it will register my schema on the Azure Schema Registry. Okay, and then next, one more thing, we have to create one serializer as well here. Okay, so we have created our serializer. Or one more thing, let me show you here. While like initially what we were doing, we were just using the when we were parsing the value, we were using the string here, and we were just doing the JSON serializer dot serialize, the default one. That was our manual one. Just suppose if we are just communicating with the third parties or another vendors, that means your consumers, then how will you manually do the things over here and there? For that, what you have to do, you have to define automatic, like the auto generation things. For that I am here using set value serializer. It basically takes your iSerializer for the serialization and takes the interface ID serializer implementation. As you can see here, set value serializer takes iSerializer, and that is of product because I passed product here. Okay, So then this like the serializer deserializer I created at my own, like the Kafka schema registry Avro serializer. Okay, so this takes your inner serializer. Let me go here. So I created this. Let me hide this terminal here. So okay, as you can see here, I have implemented here into my Kafka schema registry Avro serializer, which takes T would be your entity like object, in our case that's product, and I serializer, ID serializer. This is also generic of type T. Then I just created one inner serializer with the same Avro serializer, and I just initialize that, and now I'm using serialize and deserialize, just overriding the methods. Okay, so here I took the content whatever I was getting, then I encoded, and I'm just doing binary. Okay, binary serializing. Then again on the deserializer, I'm just taking the content and I'm just deserializing it and I'm returning. Okay, so this is, you have to like create one for you. Okay, and after that, when I'm setting my value serializer, so as you can see, I created one instance of my custom serializer. I passed the T as a product in my serializer. Perfect. And then I build my producer, and same way we are just producing our message. Now let me show you how this message will published. Earlier, let me show you the earlier messages first. Let me go to the topics. Which one? We have orders live. Where are our messages? So as you can see, these are easily readable by human or anyone, like we can easily read this. Now let me show you the power of Avro. That is fast though. Okay, so let me create Avro test here. Okay, same for the get. Let me create a new topic with the test. Okay, so let me clean my solution, build, and let me run this. As we can go here, so here I'm just publishing this. Let's see what we get. We got the response 202, which means it has been published. Let me go back to the topics. Let's wait a minute, then it will show us our topic with the EH1 local dev Avro test must be here. Let me come back to topics. Yeah, as you can see, new offset 1, which means message count 1. We have produced one message. Let me wait. Yeah, as you can see, can you read this? Now this is in the Avro. Okay, so how I will read this? I have to do nothing. I'll go here. Can I clear this? Let me send another request. Okay, now as I am sending the request, let me push a message here with 11. Let me send the request, and let me again try to consume the message. What approach we use, like earlier or the oldest one? Not sure. Let me take this. Let me change here the sequence to 12, or else what we can do, we can go over there and select the oldest one. Let me stop this, go to my product controller, and I can go here and I can take the earliest, and let me remove this time span as well. Okay, let me quickly clean this, build this, let me run this, let me again send a request here, and now I will publish 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. As you can see, it has consumed our first message. Okay, even though I haven't sent any request yet, but it has consumed. So I'm waiting here. Oh, I have to send the request as well, bro. Yeah, it has consumed our latest, then the 11th message, and because I removed that timestamp for the 5 seconds, so it will check. Can you see, like, we are just sending or serializing the data with our Avro, and on the just the receiver end, on the consumer side, we are just we use the deserializer for the same. Okay, let me show you here. I got one more message, like I'm seeing here the count is 4. It is collecting all the messages. What I'm returning from the code, let me check. We are returning results. Okay, products. Perfect. Or we can simply return these products. Nothing major. Okay. This is taking my computation, so I'll stop this. Okay, so let me show you the consumer part here. So the same way, again, this is not the I'm not doing any code optimization here. So meanwhile, this will stop my application. I'll explain you this. What I did here, same credential, schema registry, same your serializer, but here we have to set the value deserializer, and that would be same for your ID serializer, and this will take your ID serializer interface. Okay, same, I created the instance, I passed product, I passed serializer. In same way, I am consuming. Earlier we were before adding to our product, we were deserializing the message, right? Now we have already automatically passed the deserializer, and we can just simply get the result. Make sense? Cool. So I have created one application where I used a bit of, I could say, the code optimization. Let me see, it's 19 minutes, so shouldn't we create a separate video of that? Okay, let me also, I'll stop this video here, or in the next video I'll show you where I have one producer and I have multiple consumers, and they are direct live streaming. They are just watching the stream. Whenever there will be a data, you will get that data. Let me show in the next video. I have that one. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this video. If you found this video useful or helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'll see you in the next video, and yeah, continue in the next video. Bye bye. Thanks.